now you began to do it. So we never spoke about that we are preparing to create nuclear weapon or something like this. I said that when Budapest Memorandum was signed by very honorable very powerful nuclear countries, there was written that Ukraine gives nuclear weapon and Ukraine will have from these very respectable countries, including those time, Russia, China, United States, included now, yes? That we will have our secure territorial integrity and sovereignty. That's what I said. And I said, so it meant that we gave nuclear and these people who've been partners those time, they had to give us security guarantees. And if after that Putin began this occupation, not once, during all this year, during the revolution, during 10 last years, 2 terms during last 10 years, it means that it's not very good umbrella for our security. And that's why I said I don't have alternative except NATO. That was my signal. But we don't do nuclear weapons. Please, don't move this message. Your question, so not the first time I hear such a question. What is realistic and what is not realistic. Remember the steps before invasion. Remember first days of Russian invasion, and there are a lot of different propositions because some of them will be realistic for us to survive, not realistic, and etc. So I believe in people, in our people, and in people, not only Ukrainians. First of all, in Ukraine, because the war in Ukraine, and the strongest weapon what we had at the very beginning of the war, it's just our people, different. I think this is the strategic weapon, but we lose them, and that is the problem of the war, especially of the long war. It's a big tragedy for us, really, to lose our people. And that's why I believe in our people, in the unity in Ukraine. If we will not lose unity in Ukraine, we will prevail. I'm sure, 100%, but it depends on the unity of our partners. It really depends. Because the morality of people, you know, long war, it's understandable. All our feelings were understandable. I don't want to go further to this question, but I think you understand. Strengthening of Ukraine, it's not only depending on the weapon, this kind or that kind, it's depending on the will. If our partners will not lose their unity, we will not lose.
And we will not use that unity. We will not lose that unity.
It's
you
so
can count on
important.
that. And my message today to Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is that if he thinks we will not. And today again is evidence. Look what the Australians have done, what the Germans are doing, what the US has done today. Again announcing almost $500 million in anti-missile defense systems. I've spoken over the last 3 weeks with all allies. There is absolute unity. We will massively make sure that Ukraine has what it needs to fight the war against Russia. We will continue doing it. And if anyone in the Kremlin will think that by sowing division we will stop this, no, this will not happen. And Ukraine will be member of NATO. There is no doubt about it.
It's so important, and that's why it's not a question of debates. I think we need to strengthen us urgently. To my mind, that is very important now. And debates about invitation and long distance weapon, of course, they are. Some people, they raise up their question, the volume, the level of risks with it, and etc. But I remember our first steps with Patriots, then with F-16, before it, MLRS, HIMARS.
Those two.
Always debates. But
we are democracies. Ukraine is a democracy, the 32 allies are democracies.
Yeah.
So you will have debates, but there's absolute unity that we will because this is about our values, about our collective security. We cannot have an involvement with Russia at the NATO borders because they will somehow have been successful in Ukraine. We cannot accept that because of our values and because of our collective security interests. And this is from Los Angeles to Tirana to the most eastern city on NATO territory. We are aligned on this.
You see, we have unity. Good beginning. We need 32 more.